This is my video about a Harman Kardon cassette deck, CD201. I bought this some time ago, last year, about 2019, and I plugged it in once, tried it, didn't seem to work, so I figured it's probably bouts on this that need replacing. So before I start, I'll just show you what we have. We've got a nice slow action eject. Some of these buttons here, they've got a little bit of markings missing for the description, so the stop, play. Looks like the forward's been used a little bit as well. This might actually clean up a little bit. It's Dolby BC noise reduction, MPX filter. Yeah, it's quite a decent sort of spec deck because it's got some other settings that can be tweaked, particularly the bias here, and it looks good for metal tape as well as chrome and standard ferric based. Meter ballistics normal slow, so maybe that alters the amount of flashing, but we shall see. Oh, it's got a looks like it's got an old style tape counter though, and it's an ultra wideband linear phase cassette deck. The thing that attracted me to this was the fact that it's silver and not black, because I've got some hi-fi that I'd like to get out, and it's mostly silver, so this will be a nice supplement to that. And also this head is a Sen dust head, and from what I was reading they're supposed to be very hard wearing, so it does look like this one has been used a fair amount, but let's see if we can get something out of it. So I'm just going to plug it in here. For some reason, well, I guess it's just to save on cabling, like tangling up everywhere, but the previous owner has decided to make a short cable to the power. Let's turn this on. So, looks like, well, I can hear something. There's a little bit of whirring in the back there. And these don't seem to be doing anything. Wow. So the indicators seem to be lighting up. The ones that do light up. Okay, but I can actually hear a very slight hum. I'll just show you what it looks like in the back. So one input stereo left right and output left right, and that's about it. Oh, made in Japan, which is always nice to see. Looks like only a couple of screws here to undo, and only 30 watts power consumption. So let's get the lid off now. So it was in fact a handful of screws in the end. It was 6 screws altogether, and this is taking the lid off. So some fuses there to protect the power supply. I've still got it plugged in at the moment. I'm just having a look to see if any of the capacitors look like they might be bulging as well. Everything looks reasonable. Gosh, there's a bit of adjustment there, isn't there? That's a lot of adjustments on that board. And well, I can see one bout here that something's disintegrated here, and it's rather sticky. Yeah, okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to get something to clean that off. Now I've ordered some bouts and I've actually got them here. So this is what I've got to replace, and yeah, the wide bout is obviously the one that's really deteriorated, but I think I'll be changing both of these anyway, and looking at that, working out how to get the bouts round in the first place. Hopefully I don't have to take too much apart. We shall see. Just thought I'd show you. It's pretty disgusting stuff, this. I've got some very lightweight cleaning cloth here, and it's just leaving this horrible residue. You might not see that without the light. So yeah, it's pretty black and sticky. I'll probably have to get some alcohol on there or something. So that's my next step. So I decided, because it was messing my hands up, I've got some alcohol swabs here, and I'm going to give that a go and hopefully make a difference with these, but we'll find out shortly. So quick update, these are working very well actually. So this seems to be the right approach, and it's taken off all the sticky tar. I call it tar because it was, whoops, it really got in everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and clean that, and then take a look at the transport and see if I can get new bouts on there. Okay, so it's looking a lot cleaner now, but it's hopefully not going to be too bad a job. I've just been having a look at it now. I can see I've got to get into here to give it a good clean, because I don't know if you can see very clearly, but there is a lot of residue on the motor arm there, and obviously this one's got to come off as well. So I can see one screw there underneath, which I think if I unscrew that, hopefully the motor will detach, because there looks to be some sort of placement in there. So I'm hoping it's only a one screw removal, but we shall see. So indeed it was just one screw, as you can see loose there. I've just undone that at the bottom, and there's a bit of travel there, and in normal circumstances I think if that wasn't so tarred up, then it'd be a reasonable job to put new bands on, but I'm not too sure how gooey that is there. What I think I might do is get this band off here first, the small one, and get something sharp in there and just see if there's any residue that comes off. Otherwise I'm going to have to see if I can just drop this part out. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't know, something must be just holding it in place still. So yeah, okay. So I managed to clean it off in the end without taking the board apart. What I used in the end was some alcohol here and an old toothbrush to scratch away, and also some more of these wipes. So we've got the alcohol swabs, they really helped, and the optical lens stuff I used earlier just to get the bulk of it off. So I think now I'm going to have a go at putting the bouts back on, or the new ones anyway. I'll give this a little bit of a clean so there's no black on there, and we'll see how we go. So one thing I did find out,
was that it wasn't that tricky to put the belts on, and I probably could have even got away without unscrewing it, because I think that there's enough leeway here in that plastic locator to actually get the belt in. But the problem I found was the belt that I've got is slightly too big, so I think I need a 60mm diameter, and this is a little bit more than that, so it's too slack. So unfortunately I'm going to have to put this away and come back to it at a later date. Just goes to show that you should check your belts that you order, because sometimes they could be the wrong size, and I had this as a side project, so I didn't check the belt properly for size when I got it, and now I need to fork out again for a new flat belt. So I'm not going to do anything more now, but I'm going to put it back together and come back to it shortly. So I managed to put a new band on, and it's a little bit thicker than the other one, but it does seem to be staying on and driving the wheel, and also it looks like it's actually doing something. I don't know if the default behaviour is for the motor to stay on when you power it on. I guess there should be a switch or something that only powers the motor on when you want to actually use the tape deck, but correct me if I'm wrong. And as you can see, if we go forward, it seems to be lighting up. So I'll do a proper test with this once I'm able to get it all back together and plug it into something, or plug some headphones into it. But yeah, a reasonable result.